Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over my five-star reads that I had from 2024, and plus 2 honorable mentions. So let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. Now the books I'm going to be going over are not going to be in any kind of order or anything. It's just the order in which they're in the stack that I keep right here. So no real order or anything, except for the honorable mentions will go last. So I'm going to start with Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. I absolutely love this book so much. I really liked the first one. The first one was nearly a 5-star read. It was 4.75, I think. And the only issue I had with that was how the romance angle was handled in the book. I thought it felt really rushed and forced, and it didn't really make a lot of sense because I'm like, they were too different to really get along. It was very strange. But in this book, I think the romance angle was handled beautifully. And then on top of that, the mystery that's in here is done really well. Everything, the adventures, like everything is just chef's kiss. 5-star, no notes. I highly recommend this one. Because also it was like a really fun, easy, light read because it's a nice, cozy fantasy. And so it was just easy to just read this in like an afternoon when it was raining outside. It was so nice. So the next 5-star read is my most recent one, which is The Rom-Comers by Catherine Tinter. Absolutely devoured this book. I read this in a night. I stayed up all night to read this, and well worth it. I just really like this one a lot. The romance is done beautifully. There's also just like enough story around the romance to where it's not the only thing going on really, because they're writing a screenplay together, and that really ties in with their relationship and also has something else to do. It's really nice. And then like also she has her own life and side characters, and he has his own life and a few side characters. And all of those things are all fleshed out to where it really feels real, and you care about the side characters a little bit, but it doesn't take away from the main characters too much in their story, which is really nice. It's a really good balance. And then also the ending was done in a way where, yeah, it was a 3rd act breakup, which I hate, but it was done in a way where it wasn't awful. It sounds bad, but it's good because I really do hate 3rd act breakups. But it was done in a way that really did lend to the story a little bit, and it made sense. It wasn't forced like the one in like Love Like Farms, which I was talking about in my other videos, and where it just felt like this, like the author was like, okay, I want to write a 3rd act breakup. I'm going to squeeze it in there even if it fits or not into the story. This one, it really felt like it was an organic part of the story and not forced or anything, just to add extra conflict. I know other people are going to be like, oh, Megan, but that was so predictable. To me, the ending was not super predictable. I was so stressed out, but like in a good way, like sitting on the edge of my seat. Like the only thing that kept me from not looking at the ending of this book to make sure everything ends up okay was literally the fact that my Wi-Fi was out. It was the only thing that kept me from looking it up. And I was so stressed out, but I loved it so much. And I'm glad I didn't spoil it for myself. But I was pretty stressed out at like 4 o'clock in the morning reading this, but I really enjoyed it. 5-star read. Loved it. Highly recommend this one. I got this from the library, and I think I'm gonna go and buy this because I really would love to have a copy of this on my shelf. The only thing that keeps me from doing it is it's not part of a series, so I'm not sure, if I'll ever get around to rereading it. Because like, there's another 5-star reading here that I did make sure I bought a copy of because I know I'll reread it when the next book in the series comes out. I'll want to refresh my memory and everything like that. This one I'm not so sure, but if I found a copy that's like not full price, I will definitely pick it up. So the next one is Morbidly Yours by Ivy Fairbanks. I absolutely love this book. No notes. Absolutely loved it. Obviously, or it wouldn't be 5-star. But the setting is amazing. The setting in this book alone is the reason why now, every time I see a book that's set in Scotland, I'm getting it. Instant get. Instant add to the cart, instant add to the hold list in the library. Because of the setting, just added so much extra something to the story. It was so nice. And also like the main male character in this book, Callum, is how you pronounce his name? Yeah, Callum. I'm not good with names. Is like the ultimate book boyfriend material for me. I just absolutely loved him. I'm upset, like I'm a little disappointed that like the next book is not gonna be more about them because I'm gonna miss Callum so much. But he'll probably come up in the next book. Because I think the next book is set at like their wedding or something. Spoilers, sorry. But anyway, I was very fortunate enough to be on the street team or whatever for the cover reveal for the second book, which is Heartstrings. And I'm really looking forward to that one. Not just because I was on the street team, but because it's a continuation of this. Now, if this series ends up having 10 books or more, I will buy every single one of them, no questions asked. Insta add to cart, insta add to the library hold list. It's just, I will get every single one. I love this so much. It was such a sweet, lighthearted romance, and it with like a little bit of feeling to it. It was so nice. And then the next one is Six of Crows. Once again, another like no notes. It was such a good like action and adventure, and the heist was just great. I love the characters in here. Kaz is amazing. As you can tell, I really do like him a lot. I don't know if you can tell, that's a little locket of the book that I got from DragonCon. I want to try and get like a little picture of Kaz to put in the locket, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet. So if you know how to do that, like comment down below, because I have no idea how to do that. But that's what I want to do. I'm gonna put Kaz in here because I absolutely adore Kaz. Kaz and Calla are my two like favorite male characters from these books. I absolutely adore them. Like, I know Kaz is, you know, not the nicest, but it's okay. I know what you're thinking, oh, she thinks she can fix him. I was like, no, I don't think he needs fixing. I think he's great the way he is. One of the critiques that I've heard about this is like, oh, it's not realistic because they're all like 17 or whatever. I saw some of like Shadow and Bone before reading this. And so I always just picture them as the actors from that. And so in my mind, they were like in their 20s. I kind of forgot they were kind of supposed to be teenagers. I completely forgot until I was talking to my brother-in-law about it actually, like over Thanksgiving. Completely forgot. Love this book. I love like the whole world she builds and everything. I love the whole like aesthetic behind it and the magic system and everything. It's just perfect. No notes. I also will pick up, because of this book, I will pick up pretty much any book from her. Once again, insta add to cart, insta add to my holds list in the library. Every time I see anything from her. I think one of her books is on my read in 2025 list, I think. I can't remember. It's either on my list to read in 2025 or I didn't add it because I think I might finish it before the year's out. I don't know. Because I am recording this before January. So I don't know if it's on the list or not, but I definitely want to read more from her. And then last but not least is one of everyone's 5-star reads or top of their reads for the year. And that's A Court of Mist and Fury. One of the ACOTAR series books. I absolutely love this one. I devoured this one again, just like I did with the rom-commers. I finished reading the first ACOTAR book on the MARTA train or something to DragonCon or MomoCon or some convention. And then I immediately started this one the next day. Binge read it the whole day, after the convention was over. Binge read this whole thing and then started the next book that same night. And so it didn't make it where like I got a little burnout from Sarah J. Maas, but worth it. Love this book so much. I do love a good enemies to lovers occasionally. I don't usually love that trope, but every once in a while it hits just right, and this is one of those examples. The scene at her wedding, at Freya and Tana's wedding, just love it. I know that's what everyone's favorite thing, and it's like at the beginning of the book, but still absolutely love it. And I really love like him, like I love Reese like slowly showing his true colors and everything like that. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this so much, which is why it's one of the 5-star reads. Now we're into honorable mentions, and the first one is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I originally had this as a 5-star read until I really thought about it for a little bit, and I just kept harping on like how unrealistic some of the scenarios were. I figured out were bothering me more as I thought about it, because like how the politics and stuff like worked was like super unrealistic in some instances, and so that bumped it down to 4.75 a little bit in my Goodreads. Like honestly, it would probably be 4.9. Honestly, because it really bothered me too much. At the time when I was reading it, I was loving it. I was kicking my feet, just giggling because of the romance. So I wasn't thinking about like, wait, the scenario makes no sense whatsoever. So the romance distracted me from the scenario, but it was still a really fun read. Just, like I said, just giggling and kicking my feet, just so sweet. I picked up Nightmare Before Christmas solely because it said it was basically this plus Nightmare Before Christmas, and I had an emo phase like most women my age, or most people my age, and love Nightmare Before Christmas. And so I was like, that's gonna be a good read. And so I'm still reading it, so I haven't finished that one yet, but I picked it up mainly because it said it was like this. And then the last honorable mention is Leather and Lark. This is part of the Ruinous Love series, which is like the Butcher and Blackbeard. And then pretty soon, I think it's, oh, I can't remember the next one. It's like Scythe and something. I can't remember what the third one is. It's coming out fairly soon. Pretty excited about that one. Really love this one. I like this one more than the first book, mainly because of, I really like the male character in this one better, because once again, sort of like, you know, because every book follows a different brother, and I liked the brother in this one more, and so I really like this book a lot. Also, I felt like the story was a little more engaging, and it made a little more sense, because in the first book, there are two serial killers who kill other killers, and there's no authorities following them, there's no one catching them, they're kind of sloppy, they're kind of talking about it a little more out in the open than they probably should, and it just seemed a little odd to me in the first book. But in this one, they do have someone following them, and so it makes a little more sense. Still no like actual authorities or cops or anything, but still, they don't want to spoil too much. I really like this one. I have the audiobook for this one, and the audiobook, oh my gosh. This is one of those series where I will get the audiobook for all of these, because the audiobook for the first one's also really, really, really good. And so I'm really hoping I can get a hold of the audiobook for the third one in my library or something like I could for this one. And because the audiobooks for these are just top notch. Like, I don't know what they do to make it where like they put like 10 times as much effort, it seems like, into these audiobooks than they do any other one. I don't know what it is. I think part of it might be like the accents, because all the brothers are Irish. Like this one's name is Lachlan, and I can't remember the name of the other one. What is the other brother's name? Let's see, what is his name? Rowan, yeah. Or Rowan, Lachlan, and then I can't pronounce the younger brother's name, the one that's coming out, whose book is coming out next. I think his name is like, I pronounce it Finn in my head, but I don't think it's actually pronounced that way, because there's like an O in there. I'm not really sure. But when I listen to the audiobook, I will figure it out then. So that is my five-star reads from 2024. If you want to like recommend any of your 5-star reads from this year or any year, please comment them down below. I want to hear them. I want to know about them. I want to add them to my TBR. It doesn't matter how long my TBR is. I'm always adding to it. It is way too long. Like, I'll never get through to all of them. I know that, and I don't care. So please comment any like 5-star reads down there, even 4 point something else. Like, it's fine. Like, any really good books, always welcome as recommendations. Always welcome. And so if you like this video, please like and comment. If you want to see more like it, please hit that subscribe button. Bye.